These are the flights of Away 118 and Away 119, balloons to the edge of space. Over 1,000 people participated in the mission and the payloads. The JP Aerospace team arrived at the launch site the day before the launch and found a half-flooded launch site. We found a dry patch and started setting up. The two main areas are balloon fill and system prep. The vehicle that carries all the payload that is carried up under the balloon is called a high rack. The first vehicle launched was Away 118. It carried 400 PongSats and 3 university payloads from the United States and Mexico.
Wow, I think we've been good.
You can let it go now.
Checklist? Yeah, to carry it out. Okay. That's perfect. Okay, coming right behind you.
Oh. Let it go, Ken.
You can let it go now.
We launched the balloon from a giant bag. The bag lets us launch in up to 45-mile-per-hour winds.
Okay, Paul, the vehicle is yours. Ready, get set, go! That's away!
The clear ball you see just under the balloon is an experimental helium vent valve. It allows us to control the amount of helium in the balloon during the flight. And here's the launch from another angle.
Go for launch. Go, systems, go for launch. Okay, you ready? Ready. Okay, pause. Go! It's away! Okay, I get time? Yeah! Ready, set, go! It's away!
Can I get time?
Yeah! Systems go for launch.
And now the launch from the onboard camera.
Okay, you ready? Ready. Okay, Paul, the vehicle is yours. Ready, set, go! It's away!
Let's take a few minutes. Then we'll do the rock.
And now that Away 118 is in the air, we move on to launching Away 119.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no.
Away 19 also carried 400 PongSat experiments, along with a rotating camera test and another experimental helium release valve.
Okay, and I'll rotate behind so we get the basket pointed away.
You can see the team hopping around out there. When we got to the launch site, it was only 17 degrees.
Okay, we're about ready for that valve to start, right?
Yep.
On the side.
Okay, a little press. Well, no more beer.
Away. Okay.
We're about ready for that valve to start, right?
Yep.
During the preparation, you can usually see a team member with a checklist on a clipboard. It takes 3 pages of items on the checklist to get this vehicle into the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Make ground.
Ready.
Okay, Paul, the vehicle is yours. Ready, get set, go!
That clicking you hear is the still camera firing, while the video camera is recording the launch.
Hey, can I get time, Drew?
Never been done before. It's away! Get set, go, go, go! It's away! Yay! All right.
Let's take a few minutes. Then we'll do the rock.
Everything nominal.
Now for the onboard view of Away 119.
Okay, not quite. Paul, the vehicle is yours. Do you want to lower your hand to lower it? Yeah, good.
This is looking up at the balloon. Note how small the balloon looks at launch.
Not quite.
I'm good. You have most of the vehicle, I think.
Okay, we're good. Paul, the vehicle is yours. Do you want to lower your hand to lower it? Yeah, good.
And away we go. The vehicles climb at about 1,000 feet per minute. Every 15 seconds, the vehicles transmit to the ground its GPS location along with other vital system information. We're now an hour into the flight, and we're at about 60,000 feet. At 70,000 feet, you really start to see the sky darken. At this point in the flight, it's negative 64 degrees Fahrenheit out there. Now we're up top, 104,305 feet for Away 118, 93,792 feet for Away 119. You can see how much bigger the balloon is here at peak altitude. Let's take another look at the balloon at the start of the mission. And now here it is at the top. It has taken an hour and 40 minutes from launch to get to our peak altitude. This was JP Aerospace's 183rd mission. And now coming up on the burst. There it goes. You can see a little piece of the balloon that is torn free up in the upper left-hand corner. Now here's the burst again from all the other cameras. Away 118's balloon really shattered due to the higher altitude. We're on our way down. Here you can see the parachute just starting to billow. And there it goes. It's pushed out by the wind blowing through the holes at the bottom of the balloon basket. Now it's just 18 miles straight down to the Earth. Strands of shattered balloons sometimes get tangled on the structure and ride all the way down. And there's the vent. The vent is still attached to the vehicle through the rigging line. Now for the landing. It looks a little rough, but nothing is hurt. The vehicles landed about 5 miles apart from each other. They were recovered at 2 the next morning, about 36 miles downrange. This shows the flight path of Away 118. Both vehicles flew pretty much the exact same track through the sky. And here's your JP Aerospace flight team. Hey, we want to thank you for joining us on our trip to the edge of space.